Joining us now for more insight is Anna Schecter, Senior Coordinating Producer of CBS News' Crime and Public Safety Unit. Thank you so much for being with us this morning, Anna.
Good to be with you.
So this video came out yesterday, and so many people, it was so emotional. It really pulled at the heartstrings of so many of us, of Savannah and her siblings asking for proof of life. From a crime reporting standpoint, how do these public appeals typically factor into an active investigation? I have to imagine that law enforcement helped maybe craft some of this message. Do they help the case move forward, or does this sometimes complicate things?
Well, law enforcement certainly approved that. I'm sure that the Guthrie family worked with them. Sometimes in these types of kidnapping situations, the families will get frustrated and they'll put out their own social media posts, and then they get flooded with fake ransom tips and the like. So it can sometimes complicate things. But in this case, I believe that this is the timing. It came out last night because they have not yet established a line of communication with the captors, and they felt they didn't have anything to lose by going public. So this at least would be a direct plea, since we understand that the initial ransom note, if real, and if that is a real ransom note, came in through an email tip line to a local news station. And so the FBI likely crafted a carefully worded response and emailed it back. And if that did not yield a negotiation, an active negotiation, which would provide forensic clues if they figured out the IP address, for example, or if they could use that electronic communication to narrow down where they believe Nancy Guthrie is. If that is not happening, you don't lose anything by going public. At least you are getting that message out and hoping that the captors will see it and respond in kind. But to me, we're 5 days out. It's not necessarily a good sign that it came to that point that they felt they had nothing to lose.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, days have gone by now. Federal agents did return to the home and launch another grid search nearby. Now, when investigators circle back to a primary scene like that, what could that be telling us about what investigators are thinking in this case?
Well, either there was some piece of evidence that warranted further examination in a particular area, or the evidence that they gathered did not yield enough and they felt they had to go back to try to get more. Now, our team on the ground reported that canines were out yesterday searching the area again. One of my questions is, were they searching for a specific scent? Did they want to get a trail, a specific trail? And why? Why did they do that? So it could be a variety of reasons, and those are the two most likely reasons why they went back.
There has been some criticism that the crime scene was released too soon. So to see them go back, I think some people also concerned that maybe that did happen too soon. Authorities have mentioned DNA evidence, Anna, possible forced entry, reports of potential ransom notes. Still no suspects, still no person of interest. So much online speculation. How do investigators balance keeping the public informed while protecting these critical details that can often lead to the suspect?
It's a great question, and it's a constant struggle, weighing how much you want to put out to give the public clues in case they have seen anything suspicious that could lead to a credible tip, and also not giving away your hand to the captors. So in this case, it does take time to analyze all of the DNA samples, potentially fingerprints. Maybe they tried to get a footprint from inside the home. Was that successful? We don't know, but it does take time. And then remember, some of this evidence needs to get shipped off to a lab to be analyzed. So it does take time. We are on day 5, but it's only day 5. I imagine border agents were involved right away. We know from our reporting that Border Patrol canines were dispatched very soon after she was reported missing. And now, in line with President Trump's remarks, they are flooding the zone with more federal agents supporting the local sheriff's department there in Pima County.
Anna, we do have to let you go, but just quickly, is there anything official as far as cameras that were at the house or nearby?
Well, the cameras inside the house were Nest cameras. The footage didn't yield anything. They didn't see who the bad actor was on that, and partly because the video records over old video, so they've sent that off. And Google, the parent company, has responded to our request and said they are assisting law enforcement. So that effort to recover video is underway, and we don't know the results of that. When it comes to surveillance camera now, that's another story. And neighbors, the way the houses are situated far back from the street, it does not appear that there were any ring cam videos that would have had a clear view of Nancy Guthrie being taken out of the home.
Okay.
All right, Anna, thank you so much for being with us this morning. We appreciate it. Make sure to stay with CBS LA and CBSLA.com for the very latest developments on this story. A news conference with updates on the search is expected around 10 a.m. our time, so we will bring that to you live.